Greetings and welcome to the Ohio softball field for the regular season finale featuring the Buffalo Bulls and the Ohio Bobcats. Sam Hyman with you on Bobcat TV. The Bobcats picked up their 30th win of the season yesterday, their first 30-win season since the 2019 campaign, but they still have more work to do here today as with a win, Ohio earns a share of the MAC regular season title with Miami of Ohio, with a record of 21-8 in conference play. If Ohio is able to win this game today, co-regular season champs, Bobcats and the Red Hawks. We do know that the road through the conference tournament runs in Oxford, Ohio, because the Red Hawks do own the head-to-head tiebreak against the Ohio Bobcats since Miami took 2 out of 3 against Ohio. As we get set to go for first pitch between the Bobcats and the Bulls. It is senior day as well. 3 seniors being recognized. They will be recognized with an official ceremony after the game today. Casey Branch, Kylie Kofelt, and Alexis Daw. Kylie Kofelt is the starter in the circle for the Bobcats. The graduate student transfer from Duke is coming off one of her best performances of the season. That took place yesterday. She spun 7 solid innings of work and retired the first 12 batters in the game. She finished with a career-high 8 strikeouts, so she is riding high, especially knowing that this is the final time she will pitch on this field before postseason play begins. As we get set to go for the first pitch of this one, we were scheduled to start this game a little earlier today at 11:30 a.m., but some weather patterns changed, and our first pitch time will come just shortly after 2 o'clock. Madison Furneman leads things off, and she watches that one sail outside. 1 ball and no strikes as we are underway from the Ohio softball field. Buffalo comes in 13-36 overall, 7-18 in conference play. Ohio 30-20 and 20-8 in conference play. It looks like Emma Hoffner will get a new glove here after the first pitch of the game. Perhaps part of the webbing broke, not exactly sure, but she's got a new glove. Don't see that happen all too often. It's always good to have a backup plan. A second glove. 1 ball and no strikes. And that one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. The defense surrounding Kylie Kofelt and the outfield left to right, same as usual. Belle Hummel, Yasmin Logan, who had the walk-off home run in Game 2 yesterday. Cece Keidel plays right field. Shelby Wessler is the third baseman. Sydney Grind patrols short. Tori O'Brien at second. And Alexis Daw, a senior, plays first base. She actually will be returning next season, but still will be recognized for senior day here this afternoon. Emma Hoffner does the catching for Ohio. 2 balls and 1 strike to Madison Furneman, the third baseman. Kofelt readies and delivers. And that just misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kofelt's final line yesterday, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. There were really only 2 occasions in yesterday's second game where Kofelt faced some adversity, as this pitch is bounced foul up the third base line, and the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. For Buffalo, this is their final game of the season. They do not qualify for the MAC tournament, which will be this weekend from Thursday to Saturday. The top 4 teams make the MAC tournament. It's Miami, Ohio, Central Michigan, and Ball State that will be competing in Oxford this weekend for a tournament crown. As that one misses up and away, ball 4, and Furneman draws a leadoff walk. So that'll bring up Brianna Castro, the second baseman. Castro has not recorded a hit yet in this series. Senior from New Hyde Park, New York, as that ball soars back towards the netting. Took a solid bounce, though, for Hoffner. Furniman stays at first. And time is called. An early visit from pitching coach Derek Brown to have a quick conversation with Kylie Kofelt. We've talked a lot this season about how pivotal of an addition Derek Brown has been to this Ohio softball program. He's got over 30 years of coaching experience across multiple levels, travel ball, high school, college. That's both a 4-year and JUCO institutions and NPF, the pro level. He just about knows and has seen it all. Runner at first, nobody out, no score. Top of the first inning as this pitch is rocketed into left field. And Buffalo off to a solid start, first and second with nobody out after the single from Brianna Castro. That's her first hit in this series. And this will bring up Alexis Lucision, who was very solid in the circle in game one of this series. Buffalo took game one by a final of 5-3. Ohio came back and won game two by the same score, except Ohio had the 5 runs in the 5-3 final. 0-1 the count to Alexis Lucision. Here comes the 0-1. And that bounces low. 1 ball and 1 strike. In game one yesterday, it was Ohio that jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Emma Hoffner and Sid Grine both produced solo homers. As the 1-1 misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And then the very next frame, Buffalo provided a spark that really gave them a lift from the bottom of the order. It was Kate Vera who delivered the grand slam, and Buffalo went on to win 5-3, but Ohio responded in game two with a thrilling finish. Bobcats trailed 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th, and Yaz Logan delivered the walk-off home run to give the Bobcats a 5-3 victory. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lucision, the DP today. Here comes the pitch, and it's popped up foul to the right side. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Buffalo, this is a team, again, they are going to be playing their final game today. However, they have been pretty impressive despite the record this season. They have only been run ruled twice in conference play, despite only winning 7 conference games compared to 18 losses. So they are in a lot of games. Full count here to Alexis Lucision. Kofelt delivers, and that's down and in ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Buffalo to start this game. This is a much different scenario for Kofelt today compared to yesterday. She was cruising through the order with ease, 12 up, 12 down to start the game. And now faces a bit of adversity early in this game as Mia Mitchell, the left fielder, takes 1 ball and no strikes. Kofelt has added some much-needed depth to the pitching staff for Ohio this season, as the off-speed fools Mia Mitchell, and that is strike 1. I actually spoke to Kylie yesterday, asked her what she thought of her performance, and she said she did a great job of keeping the hitters off balance, the mix of pitches, changing speeds. And she said from the very first inning, she knew she was locked in for a good performance. This is popped up down the right field line. CC Keidel towards the railing, and she reaches and makes the catch. Here comes Furniman from third, and she will score. Sacrifice fly gives Buffalo a 1-0 lead. but Keitel does record the first out of the inning. Brianna Castro tagged from second, so she's at third. And Lucision remains at first with one out for Abby Nagel, the first baseman. Had a 2-run double in game 2 yesterday. First pitch, and that locks to the outside corner, strike one. Good location from Kylie Kofelt. And Emma Hoffner switching back, I believe, to the first glove she used. Webbing must have been adjusted. 0-1 the count. That misses outside. Hoffner bluffs the throw, and Lucision slides into second. So Buffalo threatening early with runners at second and third, and one out. The 1-1 pitch is lifted over Sydney Grind into left field. A base hit that will score Castro. And Buffalo jumps out to a 2-0 lead on the RBI single from Abby Nagel. Lila Ambrose, the catcher, stands in. First pitch. Off speed, settles right down the pipe for a called strike. 0-1. One down here in the top of the first inning. Good start for Buffalo as that misses high. 1-1. Two 2-0 lead for the Bulls. Top of the first inning, looking for more as that misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Final regular season game here today. 2-1. Upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. Day 1 of the MAC tournament will be on Thursday, with the championship taking place Saturday. 4 teams vying for the tournament crown. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's blasted foul to the right side, and it's a full count. Three-two offering. Upstairs, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Michaela Martin. Time is called, and it looks like that Jenna Hall is going to make a pitching change and bring in Skip Miller, who started the first game of this series. And we will take a quick break. So Buffalo starting strong here in the series finale. They lead it 2-0. We'll be back in just a moment on Bobcat TV. All right, Skip Miller takes over for Kylie Kofelt, who only was able to get one out in this inning. Certainly not indicative of what she has done this season. She has been very impressive and has had a lot of crucial and clutch moments this season. Just a tough way to start this game for the Bobcats as Miller steps in and fires that one right down the chute for strike one. It's also tough to turn around right after you go 7 strong. 0-1 the count here to Michaela Martin. Big spot early, 1 down, bases loaded. And this is looped in the air, shallow right field. CC Keitel makes the catch. Lucision stops at third, and that's the second out. So a big out because no runs come across. So 2 away for Kate Vera. Got to be careful with her. She hit a grand slam yesterday. I'm sure Skip Miller is looking for revenge in this at bat. Here's the pitch. And Vera swings and loops it into shallow center. That's Yaz Logan's territory. And she makes the play to end the inning. So Buffalo strikes first, a 2-0 lead. Ohio bats for the first time today. When we come back on Senior Day, you're watching all the action on Bobcat TV. To the bottom of the first we go here at the Ohio softball field. The Bobcats will bat for the first time here this afternoon, and they'll take on Emily Waters, the freshman from Alberta, Canada. She will make her 7th start of the season and is coming off a couple of outings ago. She went 7 shutout frames against Kent State on April 26th. She will face Belle Hummel, Yaz Logan, and Alexis Daw. 1, 2, 3 in the order for the Bobcats here in the home half of the first. 2-0 lead for Buffalo. Hummel comes into this weekend hitting .320. First pitch, and that will connect on the outer corner for strike one. Hummel has made 50 starts this season as a freshman. Part of that really solid outfield for Jenna Hall this season. As the 0-1 is slapped on the ground towards short. Van Heist quickly up with it. She's made some impressive plays in this series, and she does so there. 1 down in the bottom of the first. And now another outfielder for Ohio steps to the plate, Yaz Logan. Again, these 3 outfielders, Yasmin Logan, Belle Hummel, and CC Keitel, according to Coach Hall, have really impressed her all season, but especially over the last couple of weeks. They have really focused on understanding how to sprint down a ball, and Coach Hall has said they've adjusted and haven't drifted as much towards tracking down fly balls. They've sprinted at them rather than drifting towards them. Coach Hall's also been impressed with the way that all 3 outfielders take good quality angles at balls in the outfield. Here's the 1-0. And Logan shows bunt and takes a strike. 1-1. Yasmin Logan had the walk-off 3-run homer in Game 2 yesterday. It was a no-doubter over the left field wall. Here comes the 1-1. And it's bounced on the ground. Van Heist gloves it. Sidearms to first in time. And that is 2 up, 2 down for Emily Waters in the circle. Alexis Daw will come to the plate, hitting .341 in 45 starts this season. A senior who will be back next year. Very disciplined at the plate. 19 walks, 3 more walks than strikeouts this year as she takes at the top of the zone for a called strike, 0-1. Fans certainly didn't like the call there. Jenna Hall is chatting a bit with the home plate umpire. That looked to be a little high. The 0-1, and Daw strikes it foul. Quickly 0-2. Daw looking for her first hit in this series. Went 0 for 5 yesterday. Here comes the 0-2. And she lifts it in the air. Foul left side. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Two down here in the bottom of the first inning. Good start so far for Emily Waters in this frame. She tosses that one outside. And the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Emily Waters in 6 starts this season. She's got a 6.53 ERA. But of late has put together some quality outings in the circle. I mentioned earlier that performance against Kent State on April 26th. 7 shutout innings. As that pitch misses low to Daw. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. The off-speed fools Alexis Daw, and that is called strike 3. So 1-2-3 inning for the freshman Emily Waters. We head to the second inning. Buffalo leads Ohio by a score of 2-0 on Bobcat TV. Top of the second inning we go at the Ohio softball field in Athens. The rain has subsided as we will witness the 9-1-2 batters here for Buffalo to start the top of the second inning against Skip Miller, who took over for Kylie Kofelt in the first inning. Evelyn Van Heist swings, and that is strike one. Good start for Skip Miller. Skip Miller has been one of the best pitchers in the league all season long. Very impressive 2.65 ERA this season as Van Heist chases the heater upstairs. Strike two. 26 starts, 33 appearances for Skip Miller this season, 17 complete games. She also has 2 saves and more than 170 innings. 0-2, swung on and missed, strike three. And that is Skip's first strikeout of this game. And that is her 124th strikeout this season. She entered the weekend leading this Mid-American Conference in ERA at a 2.65 clip. Top of the order, Madison Furneman takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Skip does a phenomenal job mixing her pitches as well. You mentioned Kylie Kofelt does a great job of doing that. Skip has 3 solid pitches, a 3-pitch mix at her disposal as she burns that heater right by Furneman. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Skip just has that quiet confidence to her when she is in the circle. Was a big part of Ohio's 3-game sweep last weekend against Western Michigan. 2 balls and a strike to Furneman, who walked and scored her first time up. Fastball curve change rotation for Miller. Two-one. And that misses upstairs. An appeal down to first, and Furneman did not go, so it's 3-1. Three-one pitch. Lifted foul behind home plate. 3-2. Ohio and Buffalo in the final game of the regular season for these two teams. Buffalo knows they will not play another game after today this season. It will close out the 2023 campaign. Ohio knows that they are in position to win a MAC championship as Miller burns that one by Furneman for strike three. Skip's second strikeout of the inning. Ohio with a win today, and the Bobcats earn a share of the MAC regular season title with Miami. So still a lot to play for here today. The next batter is Brianna Castro. And Castro whacks that one foul behind home plate. Castro singled and scored her first time up. Here comes the 0-1. And the off-speed absolutely freezes Castro. The 0-2. And that burns way up and away. A fastball from Miller. Good waist pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike three. And that is 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Skip Miller here in the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second after this. Ohio looking to get the offense going. Down 2-0 to Buffalo on Bobcat TV. Bottom of the second inning here at the Ohio softball field. The Bobcats trail the Bulls by a score of 2-0. Sam Hyman back with you on Bobcat TV as Emma Hoffner steps to the plate. Swinging a hot bat of late. She had 2 hits in game 1 yesterday, one of which was a solo homer. Now up to 3 homers on the season, 28 RBIs. First pitch is right down the pipe for a called strike. It's 0-1. Hoffner comes into this game hitting .314. She's one of 6 Ohio hitters with a batting average above 300 this season. Joining Tori O'Brien, Belle Hummel, Analia Paoli, Yaz Logan, and Alexis Daw. 0-2 the count to Hoffner. And the pitch pulled on the ground sharply to Furneman at third. She gobbles it up and throws to first for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. And that'll bring up the DP Analia Paoli. One thing I've noticed after each Ohio at-bat, in this case Hoffner making sure she has a conversation with Paoli, and then Sydney Grind in the on-deck circle communicating, offering some advice to what's to come from the freshman in the circle, Emily Waters. This is a high chopper towards short. Van Heist up with it and chucks it to first in time. A lot of ground ball outs early here from the freshman pitcher, Emily Waters. She has retired the first 5 batters in this game. And here comes Sydney Grind, the shortstop. We've marveled all season long about her defense this year. She showed up offensively yesterday with a solo homer. She's hitting .275 this season. Certainly one of the better shortstops in the league. Her range is outstanding. The 1-0, and Grind swings through it for strike 1. One of the things that Coach Hall told me earlier this week, or last week now that we're on a Sunday today, this was back in the fall. Sydney Grind walked into Coach Hall's office and said, I just want to play. It doesn't matter where I play, but I just want to have an opportunity. And she has taken full advantage of her opportunity this year, has really blossomed into a really strong defensive shortstop, and has also been rock solid at the plate as well. 2 balls and 1 strike to Sydney Grind. There comes the pitch. And that misses low. 3-1. And to sum up that story there about Sydney Grind during the fall semester, Coach Hall made it clear that she is so coachable. All these players on the team, very coachable, like a sponge, absorbing all the information, accepting the feedback as the 3-1 pitch is in there for a strike, 3-2. Fans didn't like that call. And Grind will have to battle here with a payoff pitch coming up. 3-2. Bounced on the ground slowly towards second. Castro rushes in, throws over to first, and that will retire the side. So Emily Waters, the freshman, has been impressive here early with 6 up, 6 down. We head to the third inning after this. 2-0 Buffalo in the regular season finale on Bobcat TV. All right, to the top of the third inning we go from Athens, Ohio, the regular season finale between the Bobcats and the Bulls. Alexis Lucision leads things off for Buffalo. She walked back in the first inning. Skip Miller was dominant in that second frame. She struck out the side and now is back to work and fires a fastball in the outside corner for strike one. It is senior day here at Ohio University. The Bobcats, after this game, will recognize 3 seniors: Casey Branch, Kylie Kofelt, and Alexis Daw. 0-1 pitch is blasted high in the air, deep to right center field, and that ball is gone. Alexis Lucision with a solo blast, and Buffalo leads 3-0 here in the third inning. That's Lucision's team-leading 7th home run of the season. And that'll bring up Mia Mitchell. Mitchell had a sacrifice fly RBI her first time up, and she takes for a ball 1-0. Three 0 lead for Buffalo here in the top of the third inning as that pitch hammers the outside corner. Strike one. I did ask Jenna Hall last week about the 3 seniors that will be recognized after the game today: Casey Branch, Alexis Daw, and Kylie Kofelt. As this pitch is sharply struck towards short, deep in the hole, Sydney Grind shows off the arm, and that was an absolute rocket from short as Sid Grind records out number 1. That's what she's done all season long. But yes, going back to the 3 seniors, Coach Hall said, from the moment my staff got here, they were on board with us and our core values. Coach Hall shared with me that the core values are heart, attitude, loyalty, and legacy. And went on to say that we couldn't do it without them as Sydney Grind tries to reach and snatch that one. It's just past her glove into center field. Abby Nagel is aboard with a one-out single. That is her second hit of this game. And this will bring up Lila Ambrose, the catcher, who walked back in the first. Kylie Kofelt walked 3 batters in that first inning. Certainly not something we envisioned. Although, again, she did pitch 7 innings yesterday. Had a career-high 8 strikeouts. As that misses low for ball 1. Alexis Lucision led off this 3rd inning with a solo blast. And we sit right now 3-0 Buffalo as this pitch misses outside. 2-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Good comeback pitch there from Miller going up and in on Ambrose. Lila Ambrose hitting .228 this season, 31 starts. Freshman from Delta, Pennsylvania. That one locks to the outside corner. Good response from Skip Miller. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Skip Miller registers her 4th strikeout of the game. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. And this will bring up Michaela Martin, the right fielder. Martin was the first batter that Skip faced back in the 1st inning when she came in. First pitch is up and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Skip Miller, though, has shown in this outing and this season that she has the ability to bounce back after getting behind in the count. That's what makes her so special, so dangerous. 1-0 is swung on and missed for strike 1. Keep going back to that one game that just was unreal on April 4th at Ohio State. Skip Miller navigated around 8 hits in the circle and found a way to go 9 innings. And the Bobcats won that one as Skip has 1 strike left here to conclude the top of the 3rd. Michaela Martin 0 for 1 in this game. And a 1-2. Misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two two is zapped back towards the net. So far in this one, Buffalo 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Ohio, no runs on no hits, no errors. The pitch. And that almost fools Michaela Martin. She didn't offer, though. It looked like she flinched just a second, but was able to hold up. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. The payoff pitch is way upstairs, ball 4. So runners at first and second with 2 down, and that'll bring up Kate Vera. Center fielder, 0 for 1 in this game. Vera is a senior from Rochester, New York. And she does go around there, strike one. Vera having her best series of the season here to close out the 2023 campaign. She has a pair of hits, one of which is a grand slam as she swings and misses for strike two. This Buffalo team has gone through a lot this season. They have only practiced on their field, their outdoor field, twice all season. They've had to play in multiple locations for their home games. But Mike Recall told me that there finally will be a new turf that is going to be installed this week and should be finished by the end of the summer. So that is certainly promising for the future of this Buffalo program. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. First and second with 2 down, the pitch. And that misses high. Another full count that Skip Miller has to face here. Full count, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Skip Miller charged up right there, and she has 5 strikeouts so far in this one. And Buffalo strands a couple, but the Bulls get one more. It's 3-0 Buffalo heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning after this on Bobcat TV. Ohio looking to charge up the bats here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, finding themselves down 3-0 in the regular season finale, looking to win a share of the regular season title in the MAC. They've got to win this game, though, and get to 21-8 in conference play to match Miami's conference record this season. As Shelby Wessler grounds this one foul, third base side. 0-1. That's what's at stake today. With a win, Ohio earns a share of the MAC regular season title. Miami has gotten the outright regular season crown over the last couple of years. Ohio's last regular season crown came back in 2018. That was one of the best years in recent memory for the Bobcats softball program. As the 0-1 pitch misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. That year in 2018, Ohio went 40-17 overall, 20-3 in the MAC. Made it to the Knoxville Regional after winning the MAC tournament. And they won 2 games in the NCAA Regional that year as Wessler hits a screamer on the ground, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shelby Wessler has been a very important addition to this team. She's only a freshman, but she has been so critical throughout the season. Coach Hall has stressed time and time again how much she comes up in clutch moments throughout the season. And she certainly has done that recently. A couple of weeks ago in the Toledo series, hit a 2-run homer. That was the deciding factor. And then in the series finale against Toledo, a walk-off double. 1-2 is upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Coach Hall also added, Shelby just loves softball. She really lives and breathes the game. You don't have to tell her to go put in that extra work. She just goes out and does it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waters delivers. And Wessler hits this one high in the air down the left field line, but foul into the Ohio bullpen. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three 0 Buffalo, bottom of the third in the regular season finale. Ohio looking for their first base runner of the game. Here's the 2-2, and Wessler scorches this one in the gap, left center. It bangs off the wall. Wessler rounds first, and she's into second with a stand-up double. How about it for Shelby Wessler? It is her 12th double of the season, which ties Analia Paoli for the most doubles on the team. And a good start for Ohio here in the bottom of the third inning. This will bring up CeCe Keitel. First base runner of the game for the Bobcats comes here in the third inning. Waters was locked in the first 2 frames, 6 up, 6 down. CeCe Keitel, sophomore from Hilliard, Ohio, out of Hilliard-Davidson. 1 for 5 in this series. 1-0 pitch, and Keitel bounces this on the ground. Van Heist vacuums it up quickly over to first in time, just by an eyelash. Coach Hall cannot believe it, and she wants more of an explanation. CeCe Keitel remains at first. Absolutely cannot believe the call right there. Wessler right now is at third. And it will be Tori O'Brien to come to the plate with 1 out. In the bottom of the third inning, Shelby Wessler does end up at third. And this is a golden opportunity here for the Bobcats. Tori O'Brien, a slap hitter primarily, stands in. And that misses outside for ball 1. One thing's for sure, Tori O'Brien's going to find a way to put the ball in play. She has done that all season long. One 0 pitch is bounced foul, third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. O'Brien has only struck out 8 times in 104 at-bats. She hasn't struck out in the last 20 games. Bobcats trying to get on the board here, down 3-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the pitch. And O'Brien check swing foul, 1-2. Shelby Wessler at third base. She led off this inning with her 12th double of the season. Now at third, 1-2 the count and the pitch. O'Brien grounds this one towards third. Furneman up with it, quickly to first, and not in time. O'Brien beats it out. That's the advantage of having a slap hitter. You get that extra step or two up the first base line. And the Bobcats with runners at first and third, only one out, and this will turn the lineup over for another slap hitter, Belle Hummel, the left fielder. Time is called. A quick visit in the circle. Coach Hall and Coach Piper will also bring over the two base runners, Shelby Wessler, Tori O'Brien, Yasmin Logan, who's on deck, and Belle Hummel, who is about to bat. O'Brien at first on an infield single. Wessler's at third. A lot of speed on the base paths right now and at the plate for Ohio. This is Ohio's first real opportunity in this game. They did not have a base runner in the first two innings. The fans getting energized, banging on the bleachers here. Emily Waters, after the brief visit in the circle, delivers. And look out, that one whizzes all the way to the net. And O'Brien will take second base. Wessler remains at third. Now two runners in scoring position with only one out here in the bottom of the third inning. It's go time right now for Ohio. A golden opportunity. One-0 is on the outside corner, strike one. One down here in the bottom of the third. Waters fires, and Hummel rips this one foul off the pole down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Belle Hummel 1 for 6 in this series. A 1-2 pitch, and Hummel gets jammed, pops it up, third base side. Furneman makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Yaz Logan, who delivered the walk-off 3-run blast yesterday in Game 2. Spoke to Yaz about that. She said she felt very confident at the plate in that moment. She also went on to say she's trusting herself a lot more. First pitch, and Logan strikes this one on the ground. Castro backhands and throws to first in time. What a play by the second baseman. That ball was hit very hard. And Ohio comes up empty in the third. They do threaten, though. We go to the fourth after this. It's 3-0 Bulls in the regular season finale on Bobcat TV. Top of the fourth inning we go at the Ohio softball field in Athens. Sam Hyman with you on Bobcat TV. Sun has peeked out through the clouds after we experienced some rain earlier today. This is the final regular season game for both these teams, and what's at stake if you're just joining us? Ohio with a win in this one, they would earn a share of the MAC regular season title with Miami. Miami will be hosting the MAC tournament this upcoming weekend because they won the head-to-head battle earlier this season, taking 2 out of 3 against the Bobcats. However, Ohio can get a share of the regular season crown. But they have work to do, down 3-0 to Buffalo, as Evelyn Van Heist at the plate for the Bulls. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Here comes the 1-1, and Van Heist swings and misses for strike 2. Evelyn Van Heist has looked sharp in the field, making a lot of plays over at shortstop. She has struggled, though, at the plate this season, hitting just 115 and 52 at bats. A 1-2, and she swings and misses for strike 3. That's Skip Miller's 6th strikeout of the game. Back to the top of the order for Buffalo, Madison Furneman. The third baseman 0 for 1 in this game with a strikeout and a walk. And that pitch hits the inside corner for strike 1. Miller ready and throws just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. As I mentioned earlier, Ohio picked up its 30th win of the season yesterday, which gives them their first 30-win campaign since 2019. Had a stretch of 3 losing seasons, as this is drifting foul. Prior to those 3 losing seasons, 4 straight 30-plus win seasons for the softball program, which culminated, of course, in that 40-win season in 2018 I talked about earlier. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Skip Miller is dialed in right now. 7 strikeouts. Two quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Skip Miller's season high in strikeouts is 8. She did that last weekend against Western Michigan, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts. Well, so far she's not even through 4 full innings and has 7 strikeouts. This pitch is fouled back from Brianna Castro. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Off speed, bounce right back to the circle. Skip Miller is there, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. So Skip Miller, 3 2/3 innings so far in the circle. She has struck out 7 and only allowed a run. We go to the bottom of the 4th right after this. Ohio down 3-0 in the regular season finale on Bobcat TV. Alexis Daw leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. The senior on senior day looking to do some damage to this Buffalo squad. Ohio looking for their first run of the game. They were threatening in the 3rd inning, had runners at 1st and 3rd, had runners at 2nd and 3rd at one point in that frame, but unable to capitalize. And now they look to do something here in the bottom of the 4th. Down 3-0 to Buffalo. Emily Waters remains in the circle for the Bulls, and she delivers. That pitch misses upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Bobcats have had a very intriguing 2023 campaign. It began with a lot of challenging non-conference opponents. As the 1-0 hits the outside corner, strike 1. Games against Central Arkansas, LSU, Utah, Campbell, Duke, all teams that have been incredibly competitive in their respective conferences. And then at one point during the conference slate, Ohio won 10 straight games from March 24th to April 4th. Here's a ground ball through the left side from Alexis Daw. And she is aboard with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Perhaps something to spark this Ohio offense. Yeah, Ohio was really rolling at that point. 10 in a row from the 24th of March to April 4th. Just beat Ohio State. As we're going to get a pinch runner for Ohio. It'll be Emily Walker, the junior from Plain City, Ohio. There comes Emma Hoffner at the plate. First pitch is struck right at the shortstop, Van Heist. She throws to first late. Walker is back there, but that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Unfortunate scenario there for Hoffner. She hit the ball very hard, just right at Evelyn Van Heist, who has made a lot of putouts in this game. There have been 4 groundouts to Evelyn Van Heist, the shortstop, so far in this contest. Analia Paoli takes for ball 1. 0 for 1 in this game for Paoli. An RBI machine with 46 on the season. Entering the weekend tied for 2nd in the league in that department. As Paoli hits this one off the end of the bat into shallow left, and Mia Mitchell makes the catch for out number 2. And now we'll bring up Sid Grine. Grine 0 for 1 today. First pitch is chopped foul off her leg. Strike 1. A 1 pitch, misses low. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. So yeah, so then through the rest of the conference slate, you look at Ohio's record right now at 20-8 in league play. They have swept 4 opponents in the league this year. Akron, Bowling Green, Ball State, Western Michigan. One of those teams will be in the MAC tournament later this week in Ball State. It'll be very interesting this weekend when Miami, Ohio, Central Michigan, and Ball State all come together for the MAC tournament in Oxford. 2-1 pitch. Soars high, 3-1. Good opportunity right here for Sid Grind. Alexis Daw led off this inning with a single. Emily Walker's over there as a pinch runner. 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. So the inning continues with 2 outs for Shelby Wessler. Wessler doubled her last time up. I'm sure that's something that Lila Ambrose, the catcher, is chatting with right now alongside Emily Waters. Wessler, the freshman from Marion, Ohio, out of River Valley High School. Tied for first on the team with 12 doubles. Played on the same travel ball team, the Bandits, with Skip Miller, Austin Miller, and Keegan Moore. This is grounded foul, third base side. So Shelby very familiar with some of her teammates prior to arriving in Athens for her freshman season. 0-1 the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bobcats with runners at first and second, trailing 3-0 to Buffalo. 0-1 pitch is low for ball 1. A 1-1. And that kicks away from the catcher Ambrose, and both runners advance. Emily Walker moves to third, and Sid Grind up to second. Another chance here for Ohio. They had runners at second and third in the last inning, could not capitalize. Now another situation. And this time Shelby Wessler stands in the way. We have seen for a number of times in this series these visits in the circle. From the Buffalo pitching coach, Jody Henniger, in his 5th season. Two balls and 1 strike. Walker at third as the pinch runner. Grind at second. 2-1. Wessler grounds it towards third. Furneman up with it and chucks it to first in time. And once again, Buffalo escapes a traffic jam. 2 runners left in scoring position, and that will end the bottom of the 4th. So we go to the 5th inning after this. 3-0 Buffalo right here on Bobcat TV. Top of the 5th inning we go here at the Ohio softball field in Athens. Buffalo clinging to a 3-0 advantage. And the regular season finale, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Bulls. And Mike Riekel's team, 5th-year head coach for Buffalo. Alexis Lucision, the DP, stands in, and she takes an off-speed in there for a called strike, 0-1. Lucision homered the opposite way her last time up. Her team leading 7th round tripper of the season. 0-1. Jam, shot on the ground. Daw dives backhand and then dives to the base and makes the play. Great effort from Alexis Daw. Twice, not once, but twice. A diving effort. She knew that was the only chance she had to get Lucision, who is rushing up the first base line. And with one down, Mia Mitchell steps in. 1 ball and no strikes. Mitchell, the left fielder, sacrifice fly, RBI, her first time up. She grounded out her second time up. 1-0, floats upstairs, 2-0. Buffalo, 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Ohio, no runs on 3 hits, no errors. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1. Up and away, 3 balls and a strike. Abby Nagel awaits on deck. She's swinging a hot bat in the series with 3 hits, 2 of which have come in this game. 3-1 on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And Skip Miller is 1 strike away from her 8th strikeout of this game. And that would match a season high. She had 8 strikeouts last weekend against Western Michigan. That's outside, ball 4. So that is Skip's second walk of the game. Ohio pitching has had some tough times throughout this game locating their pitches. Kylie Kofelt walked 3, and now Skip's walked 2. Abby Nagel at the plate. 2 for 2 in this game with a pair of singles. Quickly the count 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Throw down to second is in time. Emma Hoffner comes up clutch from behind home plate, gets a big out. Mitchell is retired. And there are 2 away. That pitch was outside, by the way, so the count's 1 ball and 1 strike. But Hoffner and Miller will take the caught stealing for a ball any day of the week. That's strike 2. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Skip Miller looking for her 8th strikeout. Here comes the pitch, and it's foul back. 1-2 pitch is just inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here on the top of the 5th inning. Skip Miller looking to match her career high with 8 strikeouts. She is 1 strike away from doing so. And this is blasted down the left field line. It's fair and trickling towards the wall. Abby Nagel continues to shine in this series. It is her 4th hit this weekend. And this is her 3rd of the game. 2-out double. So that'll extend the inning and bring up Lila Ambrose, the catcher. First pitch from Skip. Walks to the outside corner, strike 1. Buffalo looking to add to its lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch with a runner in scoring position. It's outside, ball 1. Final regular season game for these two teams. Ohio knows it is postseason bound later this week. They'll head to Oxford, where Miami of Ohio will host the MAC tournament. 1-1 pitch popped up in front of the circle. Skip Miller makes the easy catch, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. After this, Ohio has been threatening offensively the last couple of innings, trying to get on the scoreboard, down 3-0 to Buffalo on Bobcat TV. Bottom of the 5th we go here at the Ohio softball field in Athens. The Bobcats trying to come back and win this one, down 3-0. With a win today, Ohio earns a share of the MAC regular season title with Miami. Ohio right now with a record in conference play of 20-8, Miami 21-8. Their regular season is done. CeCe Keitel grounds the first pitch to third. Furniman up with it and chucks it to first in time. A lot of ground ball outs here for Emily Waters in the circle. Nine to be exact. 9 ground ball outs for Emily Waters through 4 1/3 innings. Tori O'Brien steps in. She reached on an infield single her first time up and takes a strike, 0-1. Waters deals. 0-1 misses outside. Emily Waters coming into this game among the 3 pitchers this season that Mike Riegel has used Waters has thrown the fewest innings, 39 and 2/3 innings, compared to Julia Tarantino and Alexis Lucision, who have well surpassed 100 innings apiece. As this is tapped in front of the circle, O'Brien sprints up the first base line. Good luck catching that. O'Brien with terrific speed is aboard for the second time in this game with an infield single. And that'll bring up another slap hitter, Belle Hummel, 0 for 2 in this game. First pitch to Belle Hummel is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, just misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Belle Hummel coming into this game hitting .314. Had a good ending to the Western Michigan series with a pair of hits in the series finale. Grounds this one towards third. That is a foul ball. It was fielded in foul ground. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three nothing lead for Buffalo here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-2 pitch. Hummel grounds it towards short, deep in the hole. Van Heist throws over to second to get the speedy Torrey O'Brien. And that is out number 2. That was a smart play there from Evelyn Van Heist. Had no chance to get the slap hitter Hummel, who was already up the first base line. And so with 2 outs, this will bring up Yasmin Logan. 0 for 2 today. That misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Yasmin Logan coming off a phenomenal weekend at Western Michigan. 7 for 12, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. She has improved at the plate each and every season she's been here in Athens. 1-0 is knocked foul to the right side, 1-1. She has gone from a 133 average to 283. And this season, Yas Logan hitting .333. So that batting average has skyrocketed each and every season. The junior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 1-1 bounces away from the catcher Ambrose, and Hummel scurries up to second. With 2 outs in scoring position now is Belle Hummel. Two balls and 1 strike to Yas Logan. And Logan pulls it on the ground, sharply to third. Furneman up with it. She's been very steady over there and makes the play to retire the side. So Ohio puts another runner in scoring position, unable to push it across as we head to the 6th inning. It's 3-0 Buffalo in the regular season finale on Bobcat TV. To the top of the 6th inning we go here at the Ohio softball field in Athens. Buffalo clinging to a 3-0 advantage. The Bulls scored their first 2 runs in the first inning and then got a solo homer off the bat of Alexis Lucian in the third. As Michaela Martin steps to the plate for Buffalo. And the first pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Michaela Martin 0 for 1 in this game with a walk. Fouls that one back. 0-2. Skip Miller has come into this game and has pitched brilliantly so far. Has only given up that 1 homer. 4 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, only 3 hits and 2 walks. The 0-2. And that is a called strike 3, 8 strikeouts for Skip Miller, which matches a career high. She had 8 last weekend in a game against Western Michigan. One down in the top of the 6th. Kate Vera, center fielder, steps to the plate. She's 0 for 2 in this one. And fouls that one off back to the net. 0-1. Skip Miller finished that entire series at Western Michigan with 17 total innings. Struck out 16 batters and only allowed 1 earned run as that one settles on the outside corner, strike 2. Skip started 2 games last weekend at Western Michigan, came into relief in game 2 and pitched the final 3 frames. Ohio ended up winning that game 13-11. As that's waved at and missed, strike 3. Skip Miller continues to pile up the strikeouts. That is number 9, a new career high. Two down in the top of the 6th inning, and here's Evelyn Van Heist. We're actually going to get a pinch hitter here. Evelyn Van Heist will not hit. It's going to be Lily Locke, the freshman from Lakeview, New York. Locke has played in this series, caught game 2. A 203 hitter. Takes a fastball up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Locke has a hit and an RBI in this series. It's an RBI double yesterday in game 2. 1-0 pitch, floats right in there for strike 1-1. One pitch runs up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Coach Hall said after Skip's dazzling performance on April 4th at Ohio State, where she went 9 innings, 4 strikeouts, no runs, she mentioned how Skip's just scratching the surface with her potential, and she has continued to get better as the season has gone on. Of course, every pitcher is going to have their hiccups along the way, but especially in this game, for her to come in early in the first inning and weather the storm. 3-1 is upstairs, ball 4. So a 2-out walk as Lily Locke is aboard, and that'll turn the lineup over for Madison Furneman. Evelyn Van Heist will re-enter for Buffalo as the pinch runner. Madison Furneman has struck out twice, walked as well in this game. First pitch is outside for a ball. Throw down to first. Just a check on Van Heist. One 0 soars high. 2-0. Madison Furneman, the junior from Hayden, Idaho, out of Coeur d'Alene High School, a beautiful part of the country, surrounded by several lakes. Furneman, the first Buffalo recruit from the state of Idaho, as she launches this pitch deep down the left field line. Belle Hummel races over and makes the catch for out number 3. Furneman gave it a ride, but that's all she wrote for the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom half. Right after this, Ohio down 3-0 to Buffalo, trying to get the bats stirring a bit. They've had some chances. We'll see what happens here in just a moment on Bobcat TV. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Alexis Daw will lead off for the Bobcats, who have had their fair share of opportunities in this game, especially over the last 3 innings. They've left 5 runners on. They had runners at second and third with 1 out back in the 3rd inning. Also second and third in the 4th. And now work to do here in the bottom of the 6th as Alexis Daw takes a strike. Count is 0-1. Bobcats came from behind in Game 2 yesterday. They were down 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th. And that's when Yaz Logan launched a walk-off 3-run homer. That misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alexis Daw singled her last time up. On 1 pitch is pulled on the ground towards first. Nagel gobbles it up and steps on the cushion for out number 1. Emma Hoffner comes to the plate. 4, 5, and 6 hitters have to try to get something going here. Hoffner had a good day yesterday, especially in Game 1 with a couple of hits, one of which was a homer. Analia Paoli in the on-deck circle right now for Ohio. A run-producing machine with 46 RBIs as Hoffner takes a strike, 0-1. So there is potential at any moment for Ohio to make some noise. Oh, 1 pitch, chopped sharply towards short. Van Heist sidearms to first. And that's out number 2. Evelyn Van Heist with another putout. That's 6 putouts for Evelyn Van Heist, the shortstop in this game. 2 down, bottom of the 6th. Analia Paoli steps to the plate. The DP, 0 for 2. And Paoli drives this one into left field. That'll drop. Paoli rounds first, comes to a screeching halt. And she is aboard with a 2-out single. Ohio has had at least 1 hit now in each of the last 4 innings, after not having a base runner the first 2 frames. Sydney Grind takes the strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Grind walked her last time up, grounded out her first time. Waters delivers. 0-1 is grounded through the left side. It scoots free into left field. And Sid Grind is on first base with a 2-out single. First and second with Shelby Wessler coming to the plate. Freshman Emily Waters has been sturdy in the circle so far with that bend but don't break mentality. She has bent a handful of times dealing with runners in scoring position. Another visit from Jody Henniger, pitching coach for Buffalo. There is some activity down the right field line in the Buffalo bullpen. So Shelby Wessler about to bat. She has that clutch gene in her, according to Coach Hall. She's come up with a lot of timely hits this season. This certainly would be a good time to produce one of those and get Ohio on the scoreboard. Again, if you're just joining us, the Bobcats, they are firmly in the MAC tournament later this week, but a win today would give them a share of the MAC regular season title. Certainly something you want on your resume. First pitch is whacked foul to the right side, 0-1. Wessler doubled in the third, grounded out in the fourth. She's got a team-high 12 doubles on the season, hitting just a smidge below 300 at 293. This is grounded to third, and an easy walk over to third for Furneman to step on the base, and that will end the inning. We head to the 7th. Bobcats trail the Bulls 3-0 on Bobcat TV. Top of the 7th inning we go here at the Ohio softball field in Athens. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for Buffalo, beginning with Brianna Castro, the second baseman. 1 for 3 in this game with a single and a run scored. Hails from New Hyde Park, New York. The senior awaits the pitch from Skip Miller, and she hits this in the air, just bounces in front of Alexis Daw and foul ground for strike 1. Castro coming into the weekend hitting .204, a little bit down of a senior season for Castro after she led the team last season with a .311 batting average in 45 starts. That just misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 is jammed right in the air to Skip Miller. She kind of caught that with her hand and the palm of her glove hand, too. 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th. That'll bring up Alexis Lucision. First pitch, blocks to the inside corner, strike 1. Skip Miller has come out of the bullpen in this game and really has been in charge for the most part outside of allowing the home run to Alexis Lucision, who's at the plate right now. That was back in the 3rd inning. Miller with a career-high 9 strikeouts in this game. One pitch. It's the top of the zone. Strike 2. Three 0 lead for Buffalo here in the top of the 7th. 1-2 pitch. Up, and outside. 2-2. Two, swung on and missed, strike 3. That strikeout counter continues to climb. It's up to 10 now for Skip Miller. And with 2 down, this will bring up Mia Mitchell. Pardon me, it's Sarah Kelly who is at the plate now for Buffalo. Kelly's first at bat of this game. 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1. Well, for Ohio in the bottom of the 7th, they'll have Cece Keidel, Tori O'Brien, and Belle Hummel, 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for a potential comeback. Ohio's actually out hitting Buffalo now 6-5. They just haven't been able to push any runs across yet. 2 balls and a strike to Sarah Kelly. Kelly hitting just 182 this season in 39 games. 35 of those have been starts. 2-1, fouled back, 2-2. Base is empty here in the 7th. 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. 11 strikeouts for Skip Miller. It's a career high. And now it's up to the offense with 3 outs to work with. Down 3-0, heading to the bottom of the 7th. Come back and join us after this on Bobcat TV. Bottom of the 7th as the Bobcats are down to their final 3 outs, trying to come back and win this one. Down 3-0. CeCe Keitel will lead things off. Looking for her first hit in this game. Bobcats came back in Game 2 yesterday. They were down 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And won in walk-off fashion, 5-3. What's in store for the series finale, the regular season finale, before the Bobcats head to Oxford, Ohio for the MAC tournament? Emily Waters, the freshman, has had a sparkling performance so far in the circle through 6 innings. She has danced around numerous situations where runners have been in scoring position for the Bobcats. The 0-2. And it's popped up. Shallow first base side, and Abby Nagel makes a diving catch, a diving basket catch for out number 1. A terrific effort by Nagel. Her series couldn't get better. Well, it just did. She's been outstanding at the plate with 4 hits in this series and just made a spectacular catch in foul ground. So with 1 down, it'll bring up Tori O'Brien, who has reached base twice today with a pair of infield singles. That's a called strike. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, and that just sticks to the outside corner for strike 2. With this being the regular season finale, it is also senior day, so after this game, 3 seniors for Ohio will be recognized. Casey Branch, Kylie Kofelt, and Alexis Daw. Bobcats hope to do it after a come-from-behind victory, as this is bounced foul. 0-2 as O'Brien continues to battle. And the senior Casey Branch is in the on-deck circle for Ohio. The 0-2 is bounced foul. O'Brien continues to fight here. Base is empty with one down. The 0-2 is bounced foul. One thing's for sure, Tori O'Brien is a tough out. She doesn't strike out a lot. She puts the ball in play, has terrific speed. Oh, 0-2 the count. Emily Waters prepares and delivers. The 0-2 is lofted right at the third baseman, Madison Furneman, and that's out number 2. So Ohio down to its final out of the game, and it's Casey Branch, the senior on senior day, with an opportunity to extend this game. Casey Branch does have a hit in this series, as well as an RBI. First pitch. And that whizzes inside for ball 1. 3-0 lead for Buffalo. Trying to close this one out. They are 1 out away. The 1-0 pitch is hit off the first baseman, Nagel's mitt, trickles into right field, and the game continues. So Casey Branch keeps this one alive. Bobcats with a base runner, and this will bring up the heartbeat of the Ohio lineup. Yaz Logan will come to the plate and inject some life into the fans, this crowd. Bell Hummel will pinch run for Casey Branch. That ball just went over top of Abby Nagel's mitt. And so Yaz Logan, who is hitless in this game, homered yesterday. She was the hero with the walk-off homer. First pitch popped up, first base side, drifting foul. Strike 1. Oh, 0-1 the count to Yaz Logan. And the pitch. Pulled on the ground to third. Furneman up with it, fires to first in time, and that ends the game. So the Bobcats fall to the Bulls by a final score of 3-0. Ohio finishes the regular season 30-21, 20-9 in conference play. A terrific 2023 season. Despite dropping 2 out of 3 to end the regular season, they will be in the MAC tournament later this week. Head to Oxford, Ohio for an opportunity to compete for a MAC tournament championship and advance to the NCAA tournament. Once again, your final score, Buffalo wins it 3-0 over Ohio. And the Bulls conclude their season with a record of 14-36, 8-18 in conference play. The Senior Day celebration will take place in just a little bit. We will take a
32 games while making 2 starts. This season has been her best of her career, playing in 25 games while making 2 starts. She recorded her first career hit on February 18th against Utah and hit her first career home run on March 2nd against Dayton, where she also recorded 2 RBI and scored 1 run. On April 15th, Casey had a 3 RBI day at NIU, where she recorded a double in an 8-3 win. And yesterday, Casey recorded a pinch hit RBI single in Ohio's come-from-behind victory against Buffalo. Casey is graduating with her degree in nursing. Let's hear it for number 9, Casey Branch. Next, we have number 16, Kylie Kopel. Now we have Kylie Kopel. Kylie is supported by her parents, Brian and Julie, sister Emily, and fiance McKenna. The Beloit, Ohio native transferred to Ohio in January of 2022 after completing her undergraduate degree at Duke. In her 2 seasons with Ohio, Kylie has made a mark in the circle. In the green and white, Kylie has seen action of 50 games while making 35 starts and recording 28 complete games. She has a Bobcat career ERA of 4.06 and 239.1 innings of work to go along with her 120 career strikeouts. This season, Kylie has made 18 starts and 26 appearances with a 10-6 record. In 114.2 innings of work, Kylie has an ERA of 3.42 and has struck out a career-high 67 batters. Kylie set a new career high with 8 strikeouts in Ohio's win over Buffalo and was named the Match Pitcher of the Week earlier this season. Graduating with her MBA in strategic selling and sales, let's hear it one more time for number 16, Kylie Kopel. And next we have number 6, Alexis Daw. Alexis is escorted by her parents Katie and Steve, her sister Olivia, and her nephew Levi. The Valley Springs, California native has spent the last 4 seasons with the Bobcats, playing in 111 games while making 98 starts. The career .294 hitter has 88 career hits with 16 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs, and a .381 career slugging percentage. This year, Alexis has put together the best season of her career, leading Ohio with a .343 batting average in 46 games, while making 46 starts. She has a career season high of 47 hits, 7 doubles, and 2 home runs, while slugging .467. She has also drawn 21 walks and scored 17 runs. Alexis has had 14 multi-hit games, including a 4-for-4 day on February 11th against Austin Peay, where she hit her first career home run. She's also had 7 multi-RBI games and went 2-for-4 with a walk in Ohio's extra inning thriller at Ohio State on April 4th. Alexis is graduating with a degree in community and public health, but you will see her back at the OSF next spring when she returns for her final season. Let's hear it again for number 6, Alexis Daw. And fans, let's hear it again for our seniors, Casey Branch, Kylie Kopel, and Alexis Daw.